Hey everybody, I'm back with another project. This time I'm making a crossbody bag, and I wanted to give you the Cliff's Note version of where I'm at in the project. I did not record the beginning part where I cut a bunch of pieces from a pattern. The pattern was actually made for a fabric bag that had lining and all that stuff. I'm not doing all that, so I pretty much took what I needed from the pattern to cut the leather pieces that I would need. This is going to be the flap. Okay, it's going to be the inside, outside. And because I'm doing a like a button magnetic closure, I cut a reinforcement piece, which after I poke, because it's the kind you poke through, which I'll show you later when I get to that point. But once I do that, I don't want like that back reinforcement piece, like the metal, to show. So I'm going to sew this over it to give it some reinforcement when it's being closed. So that's gonna go on here. At some point I punched all my holes. So this is going to be the main part of the bag. So it's going to be like this oval shape, like half oval. And the issue I was having is they say to punch your middle hole first and then work your way out with your chisels, however you're doing it. But every time I counted, the amount of holes on this side is different from the amount of holes on this side. Same with this. So I'm just, when I get to it, and I mean, it looks like it's about the same measurement, but when I get to that part, I'm just gonna have to wing it, We'll see what happens. And now this was supposed to be a cell phone pocket, but it's gonna be too snug, and then you can see it takes up damn near the whole back of the purse. So I don't know if I'm even feeling that. So I'm thinking I'm gonna ditch the cell phone pocket idea. I mean, this is not gonna be an everyday purse anyways. So now this is my biggest challenge here. This is gonna be the gusset. And what I did was so I printed the pattern. It was one of these. So this is 2 pieces. And to connect them, I cut a connector piece, which I did my best to skive. I got this Japanese skiving knife. It has replaceable razor blades. I got it from Rocky Mountain Leather. It was under $15 and good entry level for me. So I've been practicing, not that good at it, but hey, doing the best I can. I've also been using this French edger that I bought at Tandy Leather the other day. Also pretty good, but it's not as easy as it looks on YouTube. So I don't know. Maybe someday I'll get like a regular old school skiving knife, but for now, this is what I got. This is what I'm using. Anyway, so I tried to thin this out best I could and thin these ends down a bit. As you can see, this is how I'm gonna do the connector piece to just get this sturdy on here. And then once I start stitching the gusset onto the actual bag panels, front and back, I'm gonna start in the middle. Okay, this is my plan, and then I'm gonna go all the way around, and then I'm gonna back stitch. So that's how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do this and then the other side. That for me, I think is gonna be easier, because I feel like if I start at the top, I'm gonna probably end up off center, and then I'm gonna be really mad. So I don't know, that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, and then I did the pieces that are gonna be to connect a shoulder strap to. I don't know when I'm gonna put them on the gusset. I ain't ready for that yet, but I want to skive down these ends a bit more so they're not so thick, and then I will connect them. So I already did this part, and I think it turned out pretty darn good. Okay, so stay tuned for more of it. Okay, so now I'm going to use this tool. I cannot remember what it's called. I know it has more than one name. Looks like a compass. I've heard it called other things, but have it set at about 1/4 of an inch. And this is going to help me keep my stitch line aligned properly with when I do my chisels. And as you can see, maybe you can't tell, but with this particular leather, I don't need to put a lot of pressure to make a line. My main thing is just making sure that I don't push too much inward to buckle up, you know, to buckle the leather, to ensure that I'm making properly aligned line. So I'm gonna do this on all 4 sides of the gusset, and then I'm going to use my new chisels. Shout out to Rocky Mountain Leather. Got a set of 4 of these, and I do like them. Yes, I do. They're better than the ones I got off Amazon, which they were okay, but like I didn't have anything else then. But I found Rocky Mountain Leather on YouTube, and I really enjoyed the videos they put out. And then I saw that they had a website, so I checked that out, and I was pleasantly surprised that a lot of their products were affordable, in my opinion. Like the set of chisels was, I'm gonna say around 20 something. I really don't recall exactly, but it was affordable compared to some of the other websites. And they also had a bunch of other tools as well that I was like, wow, like this was like 15. This Japanese skiver that has a replaceable razor blade. And let me tell you, it's not some flimsy little razor blade up in there. It is substantial. And I also ordered the 3-pack refill for that. That was like $6. They ship from the USA. I believe it's somewhere out in the Midwest, and it's free shipping if you're in the United States, so yay. And then if you pay an extra about $1, you can get the privilege of having free returns for any item that, you know, you would need to return. Looks like I did that other side already, so it's gotta do this side. But yeah, I was like, wow, I got a whole bunch of cool things. I think I'll just do a short video on the items that I purchased, and then I will see if I can figure out how to put the links. Maybe I'll just put the link to their website, and then if you guys are interested in the specific products, you could just go there. Oops, sometimes you gotta do it. Yeah, that's the only thing. It's like sometimes doing this is tricky because it's like, see how it's stretching the leather as I go along? I'm trying to like hold it still because I don't want to stretch it out, you know. All right, now time to punch some holes, guys. Punch some holes. So let's get my felt mat here for some sound absorption. I don't know how much sound it absorbs, but I already have a couple holes down here from when I did this. So I'm gonna stay in alignment here, just set the angle up a little bit, so I could get on this line. Okay. Sometimes I go over the holes because they're not, oh God, did I just screw that up? Anyway, I don't think anybody will see it because it's gonna be hidden by stitches. Anyway, I'm gonna turn this off and not bore you to death poking a bunch of holes in this. And I'll come back when I'm ready to sew the gusset onto one of the purse hands. Okay, so here is the progress so far with the gusset. I'm using one of these clips to just hold this other end on till I'm ready for that side. But so far, it's going okay. We'll see. You know, there is probably going to be some overhang here. That's fine. I will cut that off. I would much rather have it you know, too long where I can cut off the excess than not long enough. So stay tuned. I'm scared, guys, but stay tuned. All right. So this has come together quite nice. I am very impressed. Check it out. Check it out. So we've got almost done. Got those on. It's the back panel sewn on. It's a little flappy. I have to put the metal magnetic closure. So I think I'm gonna put it on here first, and then I'm going to, wait, how am I gonna do that? Oh, put it on here, and then I'm gonna sew this piece on. So that way it's not poking through here on the outside. So it'll be hidden. And then I'm going to put like a scrap piece inside here, because this leather's a little floppier than I thought it would be. I mean, you know, it's my first time making a bag all by myself. So anyway, I'm going to put like a little reinforcement piece in here as well. But that's just for reinforcement. So then the other part will be here. And I'm going to burnish the edges because this is, you know, looking a little primitive, but that's okay. It's coming along nice. And then as far as these flaps, I was going to cut them off, but I'm actually thinking of maybe notching them out, like, you know, cutting a notch, and then, oops, God, I keep bumping this damn camera. And then folding them like that, and then sewing a line across to give them like a more finished look. So that's what I'm probably going to do for that. But there's the inside. The other thing I was going to do is, what was I gonna do? Yeah, what was I gonna do? So I think doing this will also help it like be a little less floppy, you know what I mean? Oh, I wanted to show you guys. I'm gonna do a separate video, but just to, while I got you here, I got this cutting mat, Fiskars brand, 18 by 24, okay? And it has the measurements in inches all the way on all sides, okay? And the measurements are in, each inch is broken down into 8 parts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so you've got 1/8 of an inches, which is nice because the ruler that I got from Amazon, like, it's a metal ruler, and it's nice for using as a guide when you're, you know, have your razor and you're cutting stuff. But as far as measuring, I mean, it's got weird measurements. Like, see how it breaks down the inch in, like, I don't even know what all these marks are. Like, there's like 10 parts per inch here, but down here there's these little marks. I hate it. So I can't use this for like legit measuring. I'm going to get a better one that I can, that has 1/8 of an inches, but it is good to use as a guide. So I will keep it for that purpose. And also you can use this one cutting like rounded edges, you know. All right, finished product. Did my best to burnish the edges. They came out okay, but it was a little tough because the leather's kind of pliable, so it was hard to keep it, you know, still and stiff while I was burnishing. So there's the inside of the magnetic closure. Here's the inside of the purse. It's just, you know, raw. And I got these fixtures off of Amazon, so I did the strap myself. I had to cut this into 2 pieces. I did this with a rotary cutter. I do not have a strap cutter yet. So what I had to do is connect the 2 pieces by sewing them together. And then I realized I forgot to put the damn slider on before I did this part. So I was like, what am I going to do? So I doubled up the strap and put it through that way. And, you know, then I made these 2 little like holder slider things to keep this in place. So I could still adjust it, you know, if I want to make it longer. But yeah, it turned out pretty damn good for, you know, a first time project for a purse, all on my own using like a makeshift template. I just kind of took pieces of a template that I liked and made it my own. And here we go.